Hey everyone! Today's video is going to be super exciting. It's been in the works for a while, but it's going to be awesome. I'm super excited to do it. So, toy photography is a really cool thing, and there's a very huge community surrounding it on Instagram, all over the place, but mainly on Instagram. And there's some really great photographers out there. I'm not the only guy that does this. I'm by far not the best person that does this by any means. So I wanted to kind of bring some of that onto YouTube, and so some of you guys that only really watch me, I could introduce you to some really great photographers. You know, similar styles, different styles, there's all kinds of stuff. This video is going to be a collaboration between me and 4 other toy photographers. Really awesome people, really great photographers. It's going to be really fun. So we're all going to take pictures, and we're all going to stick to a theme, and the theme is bounty hunters. Over here I got Boba Fett, but we'll get to that later. So unfortunately the photographers aren't here with me today. Well, all of them at least. But everyone's photo, everyone's behind the scenes, everyone's gonna be in this video here. It's gonna be awesome. Hope you guys enjoy it. I'm not gonna start with myself because that's really lame. We'll get to my picture later. Let's get started with the first person in the collab.
Hi everyone, my name is Adam. I am 28 years old. I live in Southern California. I work full-time as a diagnostic medical sonographer, and I also do toy photography. More importantly than toy photography, I'm a collector. I grew up in the 90s. I fell in love with Pokemon, Bulbasaur being my favorite Pokemon. Nintendo 64, which we have GoldenEye on in the background. And then everything else that kind of wrapped around the 90s, I fell in love with, especially Jurassic Park and dinosaurs. Since then, I haven't been able to really get rid of any of my toys or my collectibles. I'm a hoarder in sorts. I have things all over the room that you can't quite see, but you'll probably see soon enough. My Instagram name is Nostalgic Adam, and I created this Instagram because of toy photography. I saw many different people doing toy photography, and I thought, hey, you know what? I have so many toys, I have so many collectibles. I would like to make some of these things look real and make them look cool. And then, like, in a sense, you're almost still playing with a toy, you know, and you're still reliving kind of like those childhood memories and feelings. I also named it Nostalgic Adam because of the nostalgic vibes that I like to give to other people. Most of my Instagram is toy photography. However, I do a lot of live videos. I'll do Pokemon pack openings. I'll do toy hunts where I'm going around different parts of stores and looking for a specific toy that's, you know, on my mind. Basically, I'll collect anything and everything that I like or that I find interest in, and if I can, then I'll try to shoot it. My style of toy photography would be more on the practical side, trying to create as many real elements into the frame and into the shot as possible. Just to try to create some more genuine feels to it. And also, I'm not too great at Photoshop right now, but I am learning, and I admire the people that are really good at Photoshop. Some of the elements that I like to use is atmosphere aerosol. This is basically like fog in a can. Shake it up a little bit, give it a spray, and it gives kind of that foggy ambiance. I have a discount code for these too, which is on my Instagram. It'll save you 15%. And then, like Jared, I also like to use cracking balls too to give some of my shots that explosive feel. And I'm still learning along the way. And so check out my Instagram if you like it. You know, give it a follow, and we'll be nostalgic together.
How's it going, y'all? Nostalgic Adam here. I'm in the comfort of my own front yard with the behind the scenes of my latest shoot. My front yard, the light right there. I have another big light right there I'm on a little towel. And this is my setup. Pretty simple, you don't need a big space. Got my two bounties right here. And then I'm gonna position my crackling ball fireworks right behind them. Right there. What I'll do is I'll make a little divot for the actual circle right here. And then when I take the top off, it has less likely of a chance to spray anywhere. It has a more directional shot. So I'm doing that. And that's pretty much it. Got my lighter here. I hope you all enjoy.
My name is Jonna. My toy photography Instagram is Chaos Cuties. I am from New York. I am 26 years old and I like taking toy pics. I usually photograph cute ones like Sailor Moon or Nendoroids. It's what I love. I think they're adorable. I have a collection of them, so it's super easy just to grab a couple and take pics of them. I also love Pokemon, love playing video games, and love Fallout. But that's me. And today I will be taking a bounty hunter toy pic for the Sirdork collab, and that's what this is. And I will be making my bounty hunters look as cute as they can be, because I don't like explosives. So yeah. Thanks for watching and I hope you enjoyed my photo. So I got my shot set up already. I'm going to be using some atmosphere aerosol in the photo. Don't know if this is going to really work, but I want to create some steam. This is the layout that I have going on. This is a diorama that I made. It is made from just a cardboard box with two of the walls and the roof cut off. The paper on the side is just paper from a craft store. The floor is just paper from a craft store that's taped down. Got some posters printed out, put some windows in here. I got Bosk in the background, wearing a towel, and IG88 nice and soaking up those suds. And I'm gonna use the atmospheric aerosol to try and make it look a little bit more steamy in here. Now here we go.
What's up, my name is Austin and I'm from Southern California. I've been doing toy photography for I think it's almost been about 2 years. You can find my toy photography account on Instagram by searching @VisualForce. I'm actually just going to jump right into the setup and the behind the scenes of the shot. Today, like most of the other people in this video, I shot a couple of bounty hunters. If you like what you see in this clip, feel free to go check out my account to look at the rest of my pictures, and I'll just get right into the setup. Today I'm shooting in one of my favorite spots, which is actually my front yard. This technique with the poster board is something that I've seen a few other toy photographers use, but was actually introduced to me by my friend Alonzo. I'm going to put his Instagram account name down below. I'm going to go into a bit more detail about that technique in a bit, but for now I've set the poster board and my figure down, and once I've grabbed my atmosphere aerosol and my lighter torch, I'm going to grab my camera and start setting up the scene. Obviously this clip is sped up a little bit. It usually doesn't take me this long to get set up for a shot, but for this particular scene I decided to not use a tripod. My reason for doing that is just to show that you don't really need the nicest or the most fancy equipment to get a shot like I'm going to capture. Once the camera is all set, we get into what I think is the most important part of the setup, which is the posing of the figures. Posing can definitely make or break a shot, and to me this is probably the most time-consuming and frustrating parts of toy photography. I wouldn't consider myself a pro in this area, but I definitely try to have fun with it when I can. Once the scene is set up, we're going to jump right into the shoot. I'm going to be using crackling balls to get the explosion and spark effects, as well as atmosphere aerosol to add some fog, and the scene will be lit by a Lytra torch from Lytra Gear from the right side just to balance out the light that's coming from the left. That pretty much does it for the behind the scenes of the shot. Now I wanted to go into my editing process a little bit to show you how I get my final image. I took over 300 shots in this session, but after spending some time going through most of these images, I just picked this one. Most of these clips are going to be sped up, but I just generally wanted to take you through the process. I always shoot in RAW because it gives you the ability to come back in after you've actually captured the image and really mess with the lighting, the colors, the tones, pretty much everything. All I'm doing here is messing with the hues and saturation, and I eventually go on to add some vignetting to focus your eyes on the center of the image, and then I go back to the beginning to do those last minute adjustments on the exposure, contrast, highlights, shadows, also the saturation, and that finalizes this part of the editing. With the image open in Photoshop, I'm first going to go in and remove the wire with the spot healing brush. And from there I'm going to add blaster effects to Forlom's and Boba Fett's blasters. There are many ways to produce this effect, but what I like to do is grab the paintbrush and set it on a 0% hardness, and then I trace the barrel of the blaster. To add the beam to the blaster, I select a different brush, click in the area that is already filled in, and while holding the shift key, I click outside of the image where I want the blast to be going. From there I click blending options and select outer glow. I've already set this to a red color, and then I adjust the settings to what I think looks good. Once Boba Fett's blaster is all done, I move on to Forlom's. If you haven't already noticed, Boba is actually using Jango Fett's blasters, which brings me back to the explanation of the whole poster board method. I normally shoot a scene like this in the dark in order to capture all of the explosions and the sparks, but that really wasn't conducive to filming a behind the scenes video, which is why I went with this poster board method. This is the first time that I had tried this, and I do feel like the poster board did a really good job in pulling out the sparks and explosions just like you would normally get while shooting at night. I went with Jango's blasters as opposed to Boba's single blaster because I felt like they would contrast a little bit better with the explosion in the background. That's just one example from the thought process that goes on to create a scene like this. With the first layer of blaster effects done, I've gone in and added a second layer that kind of acts to blend the harshness of the first layer, and then I adjust the opacity until I feel like it's blended well. The last effect that I'm going to add is to Forlom's eyes. This figure actually comes with transparent eyes, so if you put a light in the back of the head, the eyes glow green. I wasn't able to capture that with this setup, so I'm adding it here in Photoshop. The last step in pretty much every picture that I edit is to go back through and touch up any areas where I see reflections, dust, basically any imperfections. That just about does it for the editing. Thank you so much for watching my clip. I hope it was helpful in one way or another. I'd like to thank Jared for being such an awesome friend and for organizing this video where myself and a few other toy photographers could show off their work. This is the original shot, and this is the final. Thank you so much for watching.
Hi, my name is Jared Middleton. I live in upstate New York, Clifton Park. I've been doing toy photography for about 5 or 6 years. I love Star Wars, I love doing Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, DC Comics. I like to do action-y stuff. I like to do explosion stuff. And that's about it. So for my bounty hunter photo, I have Boba Fett, just him. He's gonna be using his jetpack and using his flamethrower and maybe some other blow-up explosion in the background. I'm gonna be combining three different photos, 3 different effects, one for his jetpack, one for his flamethrower, and then maybe one for some background explosions. So let's give it a try. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I think this is really cool. Please go check out all these photographers. Go to their Instagrams. I linked them down below. All the links are also in the video notes below too, so you can go right there to access their Instagrams. Follow them, and while you're at it, just go check out everyone else that's on Instagram. I want to do another one of these in the future with some other artists and another theme, because I think this is cool. Also, if this is your first video, if you subscribe, you'll be able to see stuff like this more often if you enjoyed it. That would be really cool. But if not, I mean, that's fine. That's cool too. But definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really, really helps out. I'm trying to get to a point where I can post videos like multiple times a week. Like, I want to get to that point where I can like maybe do this full time or something. Who knows? That's it. You guys are so cool. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. See you later.